Hey everybody, Dr. Howard Cohn here. Welcome to the BioStacking Summit. We are super excited about this section. Not a stranger to biostacking actually being a legacy of one of the original, if not the original, biostacking technique, CRA, as we know, contact reflex analysis. Don Hoezee is with us. We also have super excited to have Dr. Melissa Kroll all the way from South Carolina, not just in South Carolina, because I know she has patients worldwide virtually as well. So a lot of people go, is that where she's from? Because I have just met her through the internet. So a lot of cool things. We're going to talk CRA. We're going to talk VerVita, Circutonic, all the cool things. I got my SRT lights here. We are charged up, excited to have Don Hoezee here with Dr. Kroll. So Don, why don't you start us off? Give us a little bit about this legacy history, these great products that you're bringing to the world. We also have a lot where Dr. Sam's going today, Sam Riley, talking about CRA, EMFs, all the cool things. Tell us how we got here.
Oh, shoot, where to start? Well, to begin with, thank you anyway for all of this, Dr. Cohn. Where to start? It would start with my dad, Dr. Dick Versendaal, and he is the founder and developer of Contact Reflex Analysis, an energy technique that unravels and assists finding the imbalances in the body. And then once an imbalance is found, what do you do to bring balance back into the body? And it could be anything from nutrition. It could be an adjustment. It could be you need to visit a dentist and get a tooth fixed. You might need essential oils. You might need technology. So that's what my dad spent his lifetime doing, working with contact reflex analysis and teaching that. And since his passing in 2014, I have continued teaching the seminars and doctors about contact reflex analysis. And Dr. Melissa Kroll is one of the CRA certified doctors and one of the initial ones. And Sam Riley, Dr. Sam Riley, who is speaking today, he's also certified in contact reflex analysis. So it's just amazing to me and my heart is so full because of what my dad did, passed it on to me and these amazing doctors who I've gotten to pass it on to, and they are taking it and they are running with it and they're changing lives. So the fact that you get to hear Dr. Sam Riley today, amazing. So gold, you're going to hear gold. And then there's Dr. Melissa Kroll, again, gold. So I'm very excited that she was saying, yeah, I'll join you today. And then the other piece to all of this is the VerVita piece. And my dad, Dr. Versendaal, was the founder of the formulas, and he put it together. And what makes it very unique is his background in energy, because not only was he a genius at understanding how each piece of the ingredients work together as a whole, how do vitamins need to be put together along with minerals, along with herbs to make them work in your body so there's not too much or too little. He tested everything energetically. So for systems of the body, we need a little bit of this. We need some of that. We know how it works together, biochemistry. But if it didn't balance energetically, he pulled something else in, or he took a little bit of something out. So every formula was worked on energetically to be this balanced, wonderful formula that can support the body, support systems of the body so the body can heal. So that's kind of that is a kind of history summary of both contact reflex analysis and VerVita.
So there is so much happening here. You've created such a great legacy and continue this legacy. I mean, let me throw it to Dr. Melissa. You've been practicing this technique. You practice a lot of techniques. This is one that I know is true to your heart. You've made a lot of amazing things happen with patients around the world. What has been your experience being exposed to CRA and working with patients with it, with the SRT technology, the supplements, the technique itself? Let us know what it's like from the practitioner's eyes.
It is the number one, like my backbone of my practice. I've been doing CRA since back, I think it was 2019 was my first seminar when Dawn taught it. And since then, it's changed how I practice, how I treat every single patient. ultimately making sure when I work with anyone, whether it's in person or virtually over a computer screen, it's looking to see what the priority of their system is, because you can have many symptoms, but ultimately when you're going at it, you don't just treat the symptoms, you have to treat the problem and what the actual cause is. Just because your throat hurt, it might actually be coming from your throat. If it connected to your stomach, to your bladder, you're not really sure until you really muscle test and figure it out. And that's where I use the contact reflex analysis technique, and ultimately using the whole VerVita line. So my entire supplement wall, I have VerVita stocked up. Actually just placed a giant order to restock within the past 2 days. And I use that with every single patient. Most patients test for 1 to 2 products depending on what they're falling for. Some do more, some do less. And I definitely use a lot of the oils, which I know we'll probably dive into too, just because how CRA works, you look at the body structurally, emotionally, nutritionally, and ultimately the oils definitely help for a lot of emotional base, and doing things over computer screens for anyone treating all over the world when it comes to virtuals. I kind of lose the structural bracket. I'm not doing too much of like my chiropractic adjustments, but I can still do so much with nutrition and emotion. And that's where the VerVita line steps up and just blows everyone out of the water.
Well, it's super cool. I mean, you guys, you mentioned the oils. I have all these different oils and all these different sizes right here. Let's look in the, let me see if I hold it right. Yes. So we use them in our clinic. People using topically. They're using them in a bath. They use a soak. They use it sometimes orally. Tell us about these oils. Listen, people see oils all over the place, but again, there is a wisdom in how they're put together, and the application is tremendous. So please share with us, whoever wants to, or both of you, how are these oils making a difference for people? Because a lot of people go, oh, they smell nice, but they don't know the medicinal value and purpose.
Oh, it's huge.
I'll just dive in. We're both going to be going, yeah. We have a whole lot to say. I'll just dive in. And definitely, they do smell good. They do smell really nice. But I want to say is it's different than perfume, because perfume they use, and they want to make sure that it smells the very same every single time you get it. So there's a whole lot of chemical stuff that goes on when you're dealing with perfume. With VerVita, you're getting the natural essence of the plant. And the natural essence of the plant, depending on the weather, depending on the location where it's grown, the ground, the soil, how much rain they get, and even when it's harvested, can change so much about the plant and the essential oils that are extracted from it. And so the VerVita oils are this pure essence of oils, and you're going to get subtle differences of smells. You know, different times that you get the bottle, it may shift a little bit. I've even had it where I go, wow, that's a bigger shift on it. And I'll tell you this, if it smells the same every single time, identical, that's not a good thing when you're with essential oils. It's very difficult to have the smell identical, like a perfume, every single time. So I'm not saying it should be big differences, but there are definitely subtle differences in there. And I guess going back to the whole frequency thing, when my dad was putting these oils together, he was testing frequencies, like this sore to sore. There we go, sore to sore. When my dad was working with this, with the aromatherapist, he was saying, we need this much blue tansy in there. And he kept increasing the amount of blue tansy in it. And the aromatherapist was like, no way, you can't. Actually, I'm going to take that back. I'm going to take it back. Totally opposite of what I just said. She had a certain amount of blue tansy in it. And he's going, nope, it's powerful. Too much. The energy is too high. So he was like, take it out, bring it down. And she was like, I don't get that. This is what it should be. And he's like, no, bring it down, because it was too energetic, too powerful in a way that would overwhelm somebody, and their own energy system would be too high and not able to heal. So he did that with each one of the oils. And when they come in, we test them energetically. How are they energetically? If they're not, we don't use them, you know? So that's kind of one of the ways. And Melissa, you can kick off in how you use them in your practice.
So I know, based off of just what Dr. Sam Riley's talking about going live today within BioStacking, the oils are used greatly to help the body with anything that comes up to EMF and radiation impacts. So there's two major oils that definitely stick out when it comes to that, and that's going to be the Sore to Sore and Elite Harmony oil. And those oils can be used, like Dr. Cohn mentioned, when it comes to like topically in a foot bath, in a bath, you can diffuse it. Ultimately, those oils, though, really they can use it as protection. But then also, once you just get home, let's say you work in a hospital, you're surrounded by all these giant EMF radiations. Get home and take a bath. It also can help your body heal after that. Take it like basically think of like you're rinsing it off. You're rinsing off that negative energy that you just absorbed when you were spending 8 hours in your job, or even if you work in a school or basically anywhere right now. If you go outside of your home, that's you unplug your Wi-Fi, you're getting bombarded with some of it. And it shuts off your entire nervous system. It puts you in that fight or flight. So specifically those oils, but all the oils you can use on situations like that to help the body heal. So when you get in those baths or you use them or you even just smell them, it helps your nervous system remember what it's like to heal and be in that frequency.
So super awesome. Priceless information. Let's talk about these guys right here.
Oh yeah.
SRT technology, affectionately known in the Cohn Health Institute as blue lights. So you could use them singularly. I know our practitioners are carrying around their pockets all day, balancing their body. And then all over the clinic, we have these little belts here. They're not little, they're huge. And people are wrapping them. They're wrapping it over their heart, over their head, over their abdomen, over their legs. People wearing multiple belts. We have our wellness room. It looks kind of wild. And, we always kid around with our wrestlers and our fighters. And we say, if you really want to get the ultimate belt, you better be wearing these belts. And then if they're not, they're definitely wearing multiple belts to balance themselves out of getting punched in the face. So talk to us about these awesome belts, this amazing technology. I would love to hear from both of you because the uses are so wide and so varied.
Dawn, do you want to start with this one?
Well, I wanted to show this, and I have just a little demo that actually a doctor showed me at a seminar that kind of blew my mind. And I know about this. I know about the SRT technology. And so when people ask me, well, what does it do? It emits a frequency of a healthy cell. And so if your cells are not in balance, it's in a state of dis-ease. So if you put this on your body and it recalibrates your energy so that it balances out. And there's 3 different ways that I give an example. If you have a guitar, you pluck the D string on one guitar, the other one will resonate. And you have clocks on a wall, the pendulums will swing, and over a period of time, they'll start swinging in synchrony. Women's menstrual cycles, if they live together over a period of time, it'll be in synchrony. So that's what this does to your body. It gives you healthy energy so that you can heal, and it recalibrates the energy so that your body can heal. And it's a healthy spin, a healthy frequency. Just what I wanted to show you, and Melissa, you can kick off from this and how you use it in your practice and see if I can do this. Okay, there's a pendulum, and pendulums have been known, over a period of time to keep time. And I also said to swing in synchrony. Well, if I put it on my hand, I'm going to see if it does it. It's going to start spinning clockwise. I don't know if in your view right there, it's clockwise or counterclockwise, but when I'm looking at it, it's clockwise. All right. So now what I'm going to do, and this was shown to me at a seminar when we're kind of playing at a contact reflex analysis seminar at a break. Some doctor was doing this. Okay, what happens if I hold my cell phone on this? Did you just see it switch? Mm-hmm. It's now going in reverse. So what I'm going to do, I wish I had a third hand here, but I'm going to stop this. Okay, now it's not even stopping. And I'm going to put this over my heart. So I'm going to put it there, stop. I'm going to hold this. And it's just shaking. 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 And there it goes. It's working it. You all disappeared for a while. I don't know what happened, but anyway. And it's now going clockwise.
There we go.
So if I take off the SRT again, it's spinning, it's going clockwise. Now it's not doing anything because it's not holding anything, and I'm holding it. And there it goes quickly into reverse. So with the SRT, it kept my energy moving in the right direction, even though I was holding my cell phone, which has significant EMFs going on. So that I just wanted to demo that because I thought it was kind of cool. I never worked with a pendulum before. So when this doc was showing me how to do it, I'm going, let's play. What happens if I put an optimizer on my chest? And at first I said, okay, let's put the optimizer like this. Will it negate it if I'm holding it like that? Sure enough, it did. And he goes, nobody's going to walk around holding an optimizer the whole time with a foot. That's true. So I put it on the heart, and it had the same effect. It negated the effects of the EMF. So to me, that was kind of pretty powerful proof of something I already knew. So I don't know, Melissa, you can kick it off with any more information.
I love that demo, and it also just like shows you why they're so important, because I, just like Dr. Kroll mentioned for the docs in his office, I wear it in my office. So whether I'm treating a person virtually or in person, I have 1 to 2 lights on me. Sometimes for virtuals, I'll strap on the whole belt because why not? I'm sitting there. And it helps me and it helps them at the same time then, because my energy then is super strong. It keeps us going. So instead of absorbing energy that's coming around us, so if I'm in a building of businesses and different Wi-Fis, that SRT is going to save my energy, making sure I'm not getting the emissions off of the Wi-Fi and technology. But at the same time, also, I think of it as an extra battery to your heart. So I'm now getting energy from this SRT light when I wear it in my chest to help me keep going too. So I have energy to draw on from instead of just drawing straight from my adrenals, drawing myself empty so I get home and I'm exhausted. And this is where the SRT comes into play. And I know for my patients, many of them, because if they're virtuals, they either rented it from me or they've now, at this point, usually they rent it and then end up buying it because they're obsessed with it and love it. Or I have rentals in my office at the same time too. And every single person says the same thing. Once they put it on, it's either they automatically feel that parasympathetic mode, get into that like rest, digest, and heal, and feel relaxed. But ultimately, I know for myself, I don't go anywhere without this. So I travel with this, and I'm not sure if any of you guys ever follow my Instagram stories whenever I travel. It's like the if you know type of thing. If you watch my stories, every single flight, I like splash my SRT into the screen because I never go anywhere without at least 3 of them. Putting it over my heart and 1 over my bladder when I'm traveling, because when you're in a plane or even the airport, you are just bombarded by so much. And it really does make a huge difference. I know you can't control stress. You can't live in a box, in a bubble, and like have no fun. Like you need to go out and do things. So why not protect ourselves? And that's the whole point of the biohacking, is it's like, let's have the fun with the world, but also keep ourselves safe along the same time.
Absolutely.
That's super awesome.
Can you tell them why, Melissa, you put it over your heart and your bladder? Some people might go, understand the heart, but not the bladder, or vice versa, or both.
Good point. So over the heart, well, one is your heart's the queen bee, according to Contact Reflex Analysis. So when in doubt, you need to support your heart. There's also another reflex point that we talk about in CRA, that is the radiation point, which is right around the same piece, and same with the palms of your hands. So if you can cover that, you're giving yourself that extra battery, and you're keeping your heart nice and strong, which is ultimately now keeping every single organ, every single cell in the body, your blood, your lymph, everything optimal, working as an optimizer to have those cells be that way. The reason I put it over my bladder is because when you travel, radiation hits your bladder and dehydrates the body. So when your bladder is like that organ that's like the most sensitive to a lot of people, it could be from emotions, it could be from chemistry, being more of like parasites, can be mold, can in this case be radiation. So when I'm traveling, I know that the radiation and all the toxins from the plane is going to be hitting my bladder and adding extra stress, or even just travel stress emotionally on my body. And I'll wear it right there to protect myself. So now I'm doing a double connection. And in another way, when you think of like any chiropractic technique, cranial, sacral, you're working from head to toe. You're working your dura mater connects all the way down. And if you can make yourself be aligned, getting that sacral, basically your sacrum, because the bladder is right there, all aligned with where your heart's at, and now your brain, everything's gonna be talking to each other in one line.
Yeah,
hey,
and
go ahead, you go.
I was going to say, one of the things that is important to do, and helpful to do with the optimizers is put it together with essential oils and the VerVita supplements, because what it does when your body is healing is it's asking for resources to heal. And so giving it those resources via, let's say, Circutonic, I think Dr. Sam Riley talked about that one, powerful resources for your body to heal from EMFs along with Sore to Sore. But one of the ones that I really love is Matrix Synergy, because Matrix Synergy supports the nervous system. It hydrates and nourishes the nervous system. So your brain heart connection. So when I'm using the optimizer and I'm taking Matrix Synergy in, I'm hydrating. EMFs can be very dehydrating. So what am I doing? I'm giving my body those resources so that it can heal while I'm using the optimizer on it. So Sore to Sore, a lot of times if I'm sitting in front of the computer, I'll just take a couple drops of Sore to Sore, rub it into my chest. And that, again, gives it resources, and you can sit in front of the computer with the optimizer on it. So you might, have a different protocol for you, Melissa, and I will scoot a minute.
It really is going off of what you said, pairing the oils and nutrition with the SRT. Honestly, it's spot on and true, because the reason is your body could be dealing with more than just radiation. So I know within the BioStacking, you talk about all the different things that go on in the chemistry of the body, and all of those can impact and make a different role. So if you're getting bombarded with radiation, but you're dealing with mold, now it's flared. And now if you take the nutrition of Circutonic, pairing it with the SRT and doing a Sore to Sore and immune harmony bath, you're like, right there, that's a protocol for you. And you're already going to start to feel better, because you're conquering not only the structural, but the emotional and nutritional piece. And I know Dawn mentioned the Matrix, and honestly, Matrix Energy the past 2 months has flown off my shelf in the office because of the essential fatty acids in there too, with all getting more in the season changes, and now everyone's stacking up getting back to school. So it's an immune system boost. It's right there, you can just have it in your cabinet just in case you feel run down. That one helps you, because again, it helps your nervous system. So the first thing that goes, your heart's always backing up everything. You want to make sure your heart's being supported, which is, I know Circutonic and Matrix Synergy will come back and support your body that way.
So who has joined us?
This is my granddaughter, Honey. Can you say hello?
Hello.
Hello. Well,
it's actually perfect timing, because one of the questions that I often get is this technology safe for children? Absolutely. And so, Honey, can you put that? She just fell while we were talking and really banged her toe on a corner. So what are you going to do with this, Honey?
Yeah, my toe?
Yeah, there you go. And you can't see it, but she's now putting it right on her toe. She knows what to do with it. She's like, put it on my toe? Where else can you put it? On your wrist.
So great.
There we go. So she's going to just show you all the places. So it's very safe, very safe. And the only thing you should be doing when you're using it for people is just to make sure you're hydrated and you have resources. Because like I said earlier, your body's going to use those resources to bring it to help heal the body. So, yeah.
Well, it's awesome to see the legacy continue there. Super great. I think we're teaching the future generations here that everything's a choice. When people choose drugs, they choose drugs. When they choose health, they choose health, and it's what we're exposed to. And really, the goal here is to expose people to all that's possible. It's an absolute thrill. I just love listening to Dr. Melissa talk. I had the pleasure in my earlier years, probably around in my decades ago, when I was in a very similar time in my practice, that I got a chance to meet your dad and spend some time with him and have him test me. And it's super cool. We have him in a picture of him in our hallway in our office as what we call our hallway of mentors. And Dr. Melissa, I'm sure that Dr. Versendahl would be very proud to see you speak in the way you do it, with the grace and the intelligence that you are as a young practitioner. So super kudos to you. And obviously none of us would be here. I wouldn't have 1/10 the knowledge if I didn't have the ability to go to all my cheat sheets that Don Hoezee has put together for decades to make us look way better and smarter than we actually are as practitioners. So thank you for that. And, you know, if you've been following the summit, you know, we have a VIP section where we do special interviews. You get special giveaways from all the speakers. These special interviews are super awesome because I get a chance to ask these speakers things that I know no one's ever asked them before. And a VIP, I want to thank Dawn and VerVita for donating an immune support kit. And what's in that? Circutonic Immune Armor and Elite Harmony. So if you're a VIP, you get a chance to win that. So thank you for that. And something fun, there are different speakers that you've learned. Well, I'll give you a little hint. One of the questions I ask everybody is that if all the supplements went away in the world and you could only have one supplement and you had to pick one, I know it's an unfair question. What would it be that you would want most of the masses to get to? And, you know, we have different speakers. Many are CRA practitioners. And you might have given away a hint. One of our speakers said, this guy right here, Black Human, number one thing, if they could only pick one thing, it would be that. Another person said Matrix Synergy. You might know who that is because you might have heard it. We have someone else that said Inspiracell, someone else that said Circutonic, and I think there were one or two more. Out of the tens of thousands of things that these practitioners use, CRA, VerVita was everywhere. And speaking to these little guys in these belts, myself, and if you're walking through the Dr. Cohn clinic, but even if you're walking through the Dr. Cohn home, just like Dr. Melissa said, I mean, we got the, it's our bed looks like a Christmas tree between blue lights, red lights when you go to bed at night. So many a times we go to bed thinking about you, my dear, and all your creations here. And we do travel with them as well. The dogs got the belts on them, or you know, in their bed. The cats had, you know, SRT technology all over them, and the world's a better place because everything that's happening here. So we appreciate you guys. We appreciate your time. We could talk forever. Just so people know, we're going to flash it on the bottom, and then it'll be in all the social media that goes out. But Dawn and Dr. Melissa, how can we find more about VerVita? For the people who want to get treated either remotely or in person with Dr. Melissa, how do they do that?
Okay, with VerVita, it's vervitaproducts.com. That's the easiest place to look into that, and on the website. And for Dr. Melissa, I know she's on our CPCRA certified on the CRA website. She's listed there. There's very few because it's brand new. It's 2 years, only 2 years old. And Melissa was in the first round. So her name is listed on there as one of the CRA practitioners, and she's amazing. So go ahead, Melissa. How can they find you?
Thank you. Yes, through the website, but then social media is my best connection on Dr. Melissa Kroll, or Mel Kroll on Instagram is my Instagram handle. And I do a ton of different reels, lives, different stories and posts on there. And if you want to work with me at virtually or in person, people travel in person all over the world, or we do computer screens. You can find that my work together waitlist is in my Instagram as well, or on my website, drmelissakroll.com. So very easy with my name. And I really appreciate it, tuning with you guys and chatting with both of you. I love speaking with my mentors I've been looking up to for so long too.
Well, this has been an absolute pleasure. I appreciate both your time. I know everybody is super busy, but really this is what it's all about. The BioStacking Summit is showcasing practitioners, doctors, the products that they use to keep people healthy and advance their health. And you guys are both mavericks out there. Such a pleasure to have you on, and look forward to talking to you both in the near future. Enjoy the summit throughout the week. Enjoy Dr. Riley today, and we'll see you guys all soon. Not too late to register to be a VIP. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.